What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy, CrtxlThought. We back with another video. We got a special video for y'all today. Man, so much wild shit, man. So much clutter, I don't even know what to call this shit. Damn, man. But welcome back to the channel. Oh, my goodness. It's your boy, CrtxlThought, and we back on the jail and incarceration systems podcast. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. Dude, this shit is crazy, yo. Holy shit. Oh, my goodness. Oh, shit, man. Damn. Shit, the impedance is crazy, yo. The impedance is crazy. You know what I'm saying? The impedance, you know what I'm saying? The energy of, oh my God, folks, I don't even know what to call it, yo. I don't even know what to call it, man. The impedance is insane, man. You know what I'm saying? The interference. Man, sheesh. Mind their own, man. Holy sheesh. But anyway, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all doing good. I wanted to spend a little bit of time with y'all on the CrtxlThought channel, podcast channel. Talk about some jail stories, go over some things like this. Oh my God, man. This is insane. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all doing good. Hopefully y'all doing good, man, you know what I'm saying? And, we just here to vibe out, bro, right? So, yeah. So, yeah, man, we got a few topics that we definitely going to talk about, discuss today. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, me personally, I've been, you already know, man, just working up to good or no good, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what they say, right? But, that's just me, man. Just been working, shoot, man, just working, man, just taking care of business, trying, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's basically what's been going on over here. Been working out a lot too, like excessively, like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get back in it physically. I'm about to actually go hit the gym immediately in a quick second. You know what I'm saying? Just to show back up there. And I'm working on trying to get my training programs and stuff together. Trying to structure them better so that way, that way we can have a little bit more sanity and structure and, the training regimes and not just, going like literally crazy with it, right? So you got so much to do. I'm ready to start practicing, like trying to create an entire workout regime and try to get it done in an hour, or maybe 2 hours, like a quick wax on, wax off, and like, maybe like an hour or two, just, trying to combine everything, like, trying to combine everything, from strength training, stretching, corrective exercise, functional training. Try to get a piece of everything because that's how I like to work out. Like, I'm not like most people. Most people go and work out one body part. Like, nah, man, I'm trying to touch a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? And see how it helps me function better. Right now, I've spent too much time like punching working out for like, exerting energy and not enough time with cool downs and wax offs. So like right now, like my mind is like insane because I haven't implemented enough cool downs. I did too much, heavy lifting, heavy work, and didn't balance that out. So I'm seeing a little bit of a reaction out of that right now. But it is what it is. We're gonna get back, and that's gonna be the thing for me. Is trying to implement a conscious or a conscious amount of cool down, and waxing off, like, sort of thing, or no, just cool down. But in order to like transition from one space to the next, because that's the thing that I've been struggling with. But other than that, other than that, I'm just trying to, be able to, structure these, and that way I can, better get into like whatever else I'm trying to get into, and being able to transition, like, structured workouts that help me transition straight into work, right? And then just being able to document and write down these, and then, be able to like just continue from there. After like documenting these, and just boom, I just documented these. Let's move on to the next. So that way I know like which workouts work best for which scenario, how I'm based on how I'm feeling, and based on like what I got to do. But I'm sure like so. Yeah, that's basically it, and they got calculations for that too. All the measurements and stuff, like measuring certain things, and seeing how you're feeling and stuff like that, to incorporate like dieting systems and what you that sort of thing, what you should be eating, how much rest you should be, what I'm saying, and, all this stuff, right? And just what to do in which predicament. That's been my biggest thing as a trainer. Like, it's funny, like you would think like as a trainer this would be like easy, but this has been my biggest and like primary fight right here, is just structuring, getting the structure of this together, because I did just move back into another space again, which I'm so thankful for. But just the thing about it is like this space is known to. But anyway, other than that, this is going to be high energy, but it's just balancing that, right? And just trying to get to a point where I can just be productive, because my biggest thing, right, is try to get in a position to. We want to be able to get into a position to focus on business and focus on productive work that helps us to be able to become more independent and things like that. But the training regimes has to fall in line and fall in place, which allows us to be able to do that. And that's going to take time, right? That's going to take time to structure this and get it to a point which allows, us to be able to like, to be able to like work and, work in business and grow that way. So that's very, very crucial, taking care of health and taking care of this sort of thing. But right now we're just kind of like brain dumping. We're kind of like, we're kind of like, what's the word? Just bloating. We're kind of just like bloating out, just like, vast amounts of energy, just firing everywhere, and just, figuring things out as we go, it's kind of what we're doing. But yeah, no doubt for sure, we're definitely going to have to be able to take our functional training, whatever that may be, whatever it's like tennis ball catch or, things like that, some other functional trainings. Of course, our ball handling skills is some, that'd be mandatory for us, but at the same time, we might could cut down a little bit on how we implement it into our day. That might be very crucial. It definitely would be crucial now. because we're trying to implement other things in other categories as well. So that's going to be a big thing to do. And then business wise, and then other than that is just being able to take that and then, start, make things fall in line, right? Certain things have to fall in line. We have to get back into certain outlets that will allow it, that may take up a lot of the stress, that other outlets, put on, and, being able to utilize these outlets and the functions of these outlets, to be able to regulate some other functions within our body, because that does happen a lot sometimes. Like a lot of times, certain things line up with other things, and if you can, get good, and if you can, if you can just discipline and train the fundamentals of certain things, then other things would be a lot easier. So that's the other thing, right? And that's the other crucial thing to really understand, is that certain things can line up other things, and they become other things have become a lot easier just by simply training and learning some technical skills in some other functions. So that's the thing, and yeah, man, I'm just stay at it, man. I'm just ready to stay at it, you know what I'm saying, and just keep going, right? So yeah, that's how I'm feeling, Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. But anyway, other than that, brief little startup. I did want to progress and talk about. I wanted to talk about some other things, but man, shoot, I wanted to get into some stories in this podcast. But we did such a we did such a thorough rundown on just like a lot of different things that I don't even shoot. But anyway, yeah, I did want to talk about some stories because I'm trying to balance out some other aspects and some other, in terms of outlets with like what I'm already doing. And that's becoming very difficult. I'm starting to fall off a little bit, but I'm hanging on for dear life in some of these other outlets that I'm doing, in the stories and things like that. Like I'm hanging on for dear life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me. Yeah, just hanging on for dear life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just hanging on for dear life. And shoot, it's difficult to like. Yeah, with everything juggling, and then nutrition. Not even to mention nutrition, bro. Like, nutrition is a fight. Like, I can't cool down because there's like so much to do, and it's like nutrition is a whole nother fight. Because I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother fight on its own because I'm not getting enough nutrition right now, and I need to, because like I can't even cool down. I can't. Like my brain can't, just shut down after all this work because I'm not getting enough nutrition, right? So after a huge explosion of workout, I'm not getting enough nutrition. I should be getting twice as much nutrition as like most folks, right? As everybody else, like because the amount of work I do with the amount of weight that I'm having, the amount of pounds that I weigh, is not very it's not measurable. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not equivalent, right? You know what I'm saying? To the amount of nutrition that I'm getting. So that's a huge thing, right? And I'm starting to understand that and see that now. So yeah, that's a big thing, man. That's a huge thing right there, right? I'm starting to see that and going to make some adjustments in that regard, right? And even rest. Man, I don't know how I get this wrong so many times. Like, I'm a trainer. Like, I should be able to just get this right. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to understand that of waxing off. I know what's it called? the laws of wax on, wax off. So I like the equivalent exchange of you work out and then you rest. You work out, then you recover. You know what I'm saying? You wax on, then you wax off. And it's like an equal equivalent exchange. And for some reason, I'm not getting it. It's like it's slipping past my mind, right? So as a trainer, I got to do better. You know what I'm saying? And it's really just this stuff that really just be effing me up or messing me up, bro, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, yo. That's the thing that be messing me up with this whole training thing, you know? It's like I can go, but man, like, you know, recovery, you know, and it just comes from being able to just like, you know, study the material, study the training material correctly and properly, and just, you know, really actually just, you know, barrel down and actually just study all the information to a T. Like, you know, like, just being able to just like study, fall to the systems of the information that I know, right? And just follow the systems of the information that I'm learning, you know, and just do that. And then like by doing that, then I'll be able to like, you know, better maintenance and take care of my body and stuff, you know. But it's a lot of other things in the way as well, you know. A lot of other things, you know, in the way as well that, you know, I got to deal with. Man, you know, just to try to get off this, you know, this post-traumatic war disorder, man, you know. This post, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things, man, to get off this. And a few other things, you know what I'm saying? A few other things too, man. Like, so you know, that's the other thing. And the ADHD has been hell. You know, they said I have to wait like another month before I can see a psychiatrist. Yeah, when it comes to mental illnesses or mental things with like medicals and stuff, you know, it's like. That stuff can be taken up to, you know, 2-3 months and all this other type of crazy wild, like, it's like, dang, man, shoot. But that's just the way it is, you know. But it's crazy, ain't it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But yeah. Once, you know, all this like it's you know, once we get better, you know, this will be, some of these trainings will be smoother, but, you know, these programs will be able to like, you know, some of these programs will be like more structured and, you know, it'll be more compartmentalized, you know what I'm saying? And that, you know, to be able to like just pick and just be able to like do, you know what I'm saying? That's the key. That's the good thing, right? Of it all, right? You know, it's like when it's done, you could just, you know, that's the key, you know. But anyway, yeah, it'll be more compartmentalized and, you know, everything like that. So that's good. And, yeah, you know, just so being able to just maneuver in and out of like all these spaces, you know what I'm saying? Each space that I need to get into, organizing them right, and understanding the difference between like mental games, you know, or mental training and, you know, mental functions. More so physical functions, you know, like physically working out, you know, physical fitness, and like understanding like the difference in, I guess, the feel, right? You know what I'm saying? And that sort of thing, because you can switch up an environment, you know what I'm saying, and it changed the entire like process or feel of how like some of these activities go. You know, simply by changing the atmosphere and changing the environment, you can change the process and the feeling of a workout. So that's another big thing. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's just it's psychology. And, you know, it's just a lot of times like, you know, when you do specific workouts and things like this, you know, moving into a different space can affect the results or the, you know what I'm saying, how a workout impacts you, right? Just by the environment. So that's another, you know, crucial thing, you know, really. And Yeah, you know, that's just another thing. And it's like trying to make my spaces like the same, creating one world, one atmosphere, you know, that way when I come to this certain function, you know, I'm developing it this way and kind of like compartmentalizing and packaging each individual space and world like this, you know, that way that, you know, I'm coming in here, I'm exercising this way, I know what I'm growing, I know what I'm growing in, you know what I'm saying? And then when I, you know, transition over to do something else, I'm in a different setting, space, you know, and I'm growing here and I'm growing, you know, this space. And it just, you know, keeps everything more like mentally structured and you know, compartmentalized. So that's the other thing, right? You know, being able to do that. Oh, 'cause man, right? That would do wonders for me right now, and I can't wait. I cannot wait, right, to have that structure like that, man. But you know, that's the fight. You know, and it's just a matter of being able to create like, for me, just subsettings, you know, for that, you know, first, and yeah. But anyway, yeah. I think I'm about ready to conclude this video in a second. You know, feel good. I'm glad I was able to spend time with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Critical Thought. You know what I'm saying, on the Critical Thought podcast. You know, hope to see y'all soon in the next video. Peace, love, and yeah, we out this joint. Let's get it.